What up, everybody? It's Total Wars Master here doing a Napoleon Total War guide video. This time it's going over artillery, both their targeting and how to manually target them to get the best effect from your artillery. So going over artillery real fast, the longest range you can have for your artillery is fixed artillery, which is mortars for the Ottoman or rockets for almost everyone else. Then it's 12 pounders. Then as the cannons usually get a smaller pounder or size, typically it loses range. 12 pounders are really good for their canister range, 150, which lets you outrange rifles that would normally outrange something like a 6-pounder. So to go over round shot or standard artillery, even though this is a grand battery and not the typical standard, but it'll be great for to see. Typically, their cannonballs are best used in 3 ways. Against enemy cavalry, because cavalry, for some reason, is very susceptible to cannonballs, whereas infantry is not. It's good to be used against enemy artillery, especially if you outrange it. It's also good for trying to create a hole in the main line. What I mean by that is the morale debuff that artillery often impose is very useful. For anti-personnel uses, so your typical foot guards, your foot, I recommend howitzers for that. Howitzers are very good at being able to kill 30, 40 men in a single shot, which just no other artillery can match, especially at this far of a range. It's useful to be able to kill generals. Right now I am manually targeting my artillery towards this enemy cavalry. The cavalry, I don't want them outflanking me. I want to have that complete control. And cavalry is such a big threat in the Napoleon Total War that you really do want to try and take them out the best you can. I manually aim my artillery because you do get better accuracy doing that. I typically like doing round shot artillery to the front. We can see the massive casualties on this unit. 13 men out of 45 already dead. I mean, you can't keep that up, and it's going to let me be able to get such a clear advantage over my opponent. And it really is such a powerful advantage because if he charges me right now, he's going to just lose his cavalry to my infantry. But if he takes his time, he's going to lose his cavalry anyways, but I'm not going to take any losses. I'm actually going to change my target though, try and target his artillery. Taking out his artillery would be great use to me. You can see more of his cavalry being taken out there. Sadly, nothing. They're very close shots. I will actually probably barrage.
A glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
And that is something to note. The glorious victory will soon be yours after you barrage. It's not uncommon for it to happen. The power meter freaks out because it sees that you have an artillery unit that now has max reload. Manually target them again. And that's the problem I do have with artillery, is it does take a lot of micromanaging to get that good accuracy that you want. Artillery is most susceptible to artillery while it's limbered. Once again, we see the artillery getting very lucky, narrowly missing that cannonball to the front. Really surprised none of these have taken out the artillery. This is the problem with artillery, is sometimes they just aren't good enough to get the job done. I think they think they're now within range, and I will auto target my artillery. Well, manually target them. Because the problem you have with artillery that's firing at will is they like to try and target the flanks. Right, I should move it more to the front. And you just can't get as many kills with it targeting to the flank. We see a gun destroyed, and because that gun's destroyed, I will actually move my firing to be the center of these two guns, so I have a greater chance of hopefully hitting them. My howitzer crew is getting ready. With howitzers, when you manually aim them, you definitely want to be behind what you're trying to hit. Howitzers have the tendency to shoot short. Rockets have the tendency to undershoot too. I believe that's how they calculate trying to hit them. And actually, I will target foot guards. You want to go for the unit that is the biggest threat. And right now they're at the maximum of my range. And you can see right here what I was saying, but they do try and target the flank, because that was all flanking shots. However, it can be also resolved by targeting a center unit like this. There's foot guards to this side, foot guards to that side. So if it does miss on the flank, it's still likely to hit. And this is the problem of putting cavalry behind your artillery, is this artillery is a great target for me. They've lost a lot of men, they've lost a gun. They actually really can only limber one gun up, which is absolutely great for me. So they lose their artillery mobility. A great thing to use with your howitzers is the targeted fire. And once again, we do see the undershooting. It's very hard to be able to micromanage your howitzers to shoot an enemy on the move like this. We see the artillery crew has broken, as well as their cavalry. I'm going to halt fire on my grand battery of the convention. And I'm going to prepare for the enemy to get within canister range. With canister shot, it is extremely crucial to manually target it. British light dragoons are attempting to take out my artillery from the looks of it. And now I'm going to target towards the center of the units. Normally, my artillery would try and focus directly onto the flank. And that means you don't have a lot of your artillery missing their shots. And the battery of the convention, I can do with some fire support. My howitzer is still firing on top of my men. Let's see if it is too far back to him. Sadly, however, the guns were not needed. Although they had devoted so much of their men and resources to these guns, although is a cavalry charge on your flank. And that is a weakness of artillery, is people do try and target it, rightly so, because it is a huge threat. Get back to your guns, you bloody boogers. Get a quick general rally. And now there's just an absolute chain route that's happening. And my artillery crew is still fighting because they've been rallied, and they're actually still winning decisively despite being in the middle. We'll adjust the move accordingly. These foot guards are getting the business.
Our men are running, sir!
But overall, the problem I have with artillery is, without the artillery, I'd be able to have a lot more men, which really is beneficial. But artillery does serve purposes. It's really good on a map like Waterloo with a howitzer. It can kill the units that usually can't really be killed inside houses and such. But you can see I'm manually targeting my artillery still. I'm trying to aim for this blob. I don't trust the AI targeting to be able to know where in that regiment I want to hit. If they aim right here, they'll only get a small portion. Or if they aim right here, then they'll kill more of my own men than I want. So if I can manually target them right in this huge blob of British troops, I'm going to be significantly better off. Try and send this foot.
Our men are running, sir!
It is fine if they run. They were heroes of the day. And get one more last. Oh, there. The complete destruction of an army. I destroyed their cannonade. I killed much of their cavalry with my artillery, and then they had to devote so much of their men to try and overwhelm the guns because the cancer shot, if they didn't take it out, was going to be brutal. And that's really where artillery comes in. Horse artillery is an excellent artillery you can also use. And now the chain like but that's a little bit about manually targeting your artillery. It's important to know what to target. It is really important to defend them, and that can be a challenge. But that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Like and subscribe. Comment below if you have anything else. Total Wars Master out.